Hey guys, and welcome back to the League of Legends 4PL play4fame CURSE Vengeance Cup September qualifiers #1. Wow.
No, you're not.
I'm not Spuddington. I'm Spuddington. I am joined by Pulse. Hey Pulse, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm gay.
Ow.
No, so mature, so very mature. So, professionalism. 4 bands thus far. Malcolm, Alistair, Yorick, Shen. Take me through them, please.
Wait, what? Yes. Maokai, extremely strong ganking jungler. He can mitigate a lot of AoE compositions. I believe, don't quote me, but I think Lowland Lions do like their AoE double AP setups. It's a lot Rengar, wow. Alistair, a lot of ganks early. Nunu, extremely strong as a support, or even in the jungle, he can buff an AD carry to a massive extent. That's Absolute Zero as well, is extremely strong. Yorick can buff an AD carry. He's great in lane. You can do a lot of interesting things with him. Shen, global presence. Diana, extremely strong in the lane. A very solid pick with her Pale Cascade as well. First picks will be Gragas, Ezreal, and Rengar.
Well, Angus has been first picking Rengar every single game thus far. So that's an interesting choice. It could just be that he's trying to work out how good Rengar is as a character. I mean, he may just be unfamiliar. But maybe he thinks he's secretly overpowered. I don't know. He is certainly a strong character at the moment. Certainly. He has some interesting strengths that could definitely fit into a team. He has very good early burst and he has amazing survivability in a fight, but he's quite easily kited. So, interesting champion. But Gragas is a very strong mid at the moment. Very difficult to kind of counter him. He's always able to farm essentially with barrel roll, and has high burst and a great kind of disengage or repositioning skill, or both, obviously. And obviously Ezreal is currently considered to be probably the strongest AD carry in the game. He's just very good at positioning, very strong burst, very good poke, very good mid game, very good early game, and very good late game.
Ezreal does everything.
Pretty much. And then it's Sona and Ashe.
Sona and Ashe, yes, Sona and Ashe. Sona is really strong as a support. She's probably one of the best supports. She's got a lot of poke and lane, synergizes with aggressive AD carries. Ashe can play aggressively, but generally you're trying to get to late game. A lot like Vayne, a lot like Kog'Maw, where that utility stack really comes into play. But you can be aggressive when you follow up with the slow. Obviously, Ashe can follow up with her own slow Frost Shot and just carry on constantly, and you really can't escape from it. Also synergizing with the ultimates in that lane. Ultimate goes down by Ashe or even Sona, and then the jungler has a really easy route in which they can just, well, initiate. That's just how it goes. Kind of interesting that they picked Rengar and Anguish once again, because Anguish really hasn't been doing too well with him. Okay, last game they swapped it up so it was a 2v1 lane, and the lane before that it was just unfortunate circumstances, so maybe they're just thinking, it was just bad circumstances. It wasn't to do with Anguish's Rengar in particular. But oh, Fizz coming in. Fizz was not banned out. A lot of good bans who weren't a lot of good picks who weren't banned out this game, I have to say. Lee Sin will be picked up. Sorry, they're very similar.
Yes, completely the same. Well, I guess they're both energy-based. But Lee Sin pickup is interesting. He's a strong early ganker, falls off somewhat towards late game, although he still retains a pretty good amount of utility. And obviously Tabs is a very expert Fizz player. Like, we've seen a lot of really, really good play out of him, sort of beating lanes that are traditionally considered counter picks, etc., etc. It just really seems to know that character well. And Malphite and Leona, so very, very hard engaged team there by LLL. They have Malphite ult, Leona ult, and Gragas ult. Like, all three of those are probably some of the best initiation skills in the game, and they're all AoE CC and they're all AoE damage. So yeah, you may have been correct when you said they like their double AP. Well, yeah, double AP compositions in a way, like AoE compositions rather than double AP. But yeah, that's interesting.
You know what else is interesting? Potentially promote.
I know we saw it on CLG. Like, CLG were running a very unusual composition last night, I think. I didn't actually catch all of the games, but I know they ran promote on their support, and they ran this incredible kind of split pushing, high pressure, aggressive composition when they were playing against Legion. But they had a lot more mobility than this team. I mean, Yeah, Gragas, Malphite. I mean, yes, Gragas, Ezreal, Skarner are fairly quick on their feet, but for instance, I mean, they were running. I think Big Fat LP was running Twisted Fate. If we're going to draw comparisons to that, and it really worked with their composition to push incredibly hard. But I don't think it would necessarily work out so well for them unless they played it extremely well. It certainly requires a lot of skill to run a team like that.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, guys, I just want to draw your attention to the raffle for pl.4players.de. Check out the front page on the news. Click on the number 1 right there, and that will be the raffle. Take a look at that, and you just have to answer one simple question. I deserve to win a Corsair Vengeance 2007.1 wireless gaming headset because... And then insert your answer in the comments below. You'll be a chance to win that, be in the runnings. And yeah, so... we were going to jump to a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we will be in game between CURSE.EU versus Lowland Lions. Stay tuned, guys. This should be very interesting, and there's no promote, sad face. Hey, welcome back, guys. I am definitely Pulse. I am joined by definitely Spuddington. How are you doing?
I'm not sure.
Are you not sure about your
Definitiveness. Yep. And it looks like both teams are going to be moving as a group, except for the fact that Slepper is going down to bot. Probably just going to cover that tri-bush down there and keep that safe from invasions. So they'll be going for a more passive sort of start, I think. And Gragas has a drinking problem. Who knew?
I didn't know.
Have you ever seen Airplane?
Airplane? What,
Yeah,
the song?
Film. No, the film.
Oh, isn't it that terrible parody thing?
It's not terrible. It's absolutely amazing. But
They made a sequel which was just like...
the same film, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that drinking problem thing is stolen from there.
Ah, right.
But yeah, you know, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not when I spill it. It's an action. It's like a mock flash. I should probably stop talking about this. It looks like they're actually going
no, you're enriching the lives of the viewers, and now everyone's gonna walk outside and be like, "I want to watch Airplane."
Yeah.
And then,
well, they've shoved down a ward basically. Curse has warded that bush there, but I can't actually. I don't know what the name of that bush would be. Curvy bush in
banana
river.
bush.
The banana bush at bottom river.
Let it be known from today onwards, that is the banana bush.
And actually, it looks like
Vision N! Potentially in a bad position. Volley goes out as well. We just talked about that huge burst flash over the wall. Oh, and first blood goes to Fizz. Please, what are you going to do? And Sono,
you are...
Maybe.
I'm afraid you're roboting rather a lot there. So Lee Sin's going to be starting at red. Skarner's going to be starting at blue, more or less standard. Skarner's probably his biggest weakness is having his blue stolen early on, but in this case they had such a strong level 1 team that wasn't really an opening that Curse could take advantage of. So Skarner's just going to be clearing his jungle as per normal. His wraiths have been taken. I didn't actually see who did that. I assume it was either Gragas or wow, Tab's actually just really taking a chunk out of Grar.
Manly name, but Dodie, taking a huge amount of damage from Malunu.
Yep. So right now, yeah, but just camping the. You can't have your wraiths. Oh wow.
He wants the jungle, and this could be a kill here. Actually, Tempest goes down. Will the bleed take it off? No, and Graw coming in as well, but couldn't really trade off with him at this stage. At this point in time, he was not able to do anything, but Lee Sin being very aggressive. He's now almost completely out of pots. He is in fact out of pots, and now he gets the rips.
Yeah, but that's cost him less. I mean, yes, he's used up some pots, but it's cost him a lot less to do that than it cost Dodai to actually get forced all the way back, and wasting a lot of the time on his blue buff, not clearing his camps which are being stolen. Although Malunu might be overstaying a bit here, because Dodai is actually heading towards him. He could kill him very, very quickly if he actually gets onto him. But it looks like he'll manage to get out, and Morsu didn't react quite quickly enough to cheese wheel him.
Oh, meanwhile, bottom Sneaky is just being picked up by Sona. That was crazy burst. Like, I literally saw it happening, and he was just dead instantly.
Yeah, I think this is probably a case of... Oh wow, yeah, he was already on somewhat reduced health, I think.
Graw being reduced by Anguish, that burst damage just... Yeah, like, the early game power is ridiculous. And I know Anguish likes those type of champions who are, like, super, super strong early. Like, the other one that I've seen him play a lot of is top lane Shyvana. Huge early game power. Huge early game power. And he just ends up farming behind the turret at level 2.
Wow, and yeah, right now I'm noticing, yeah, he's basically... This is a lane that's much more suited to him than that Aurelia lane from earlier was, because he's essentially able to abuse the fact that he has a free heal every, 10, 20, maybe 15 seconds, and he's just constantly trading with Malphite, bursting through his shield and then fighting him again, and eventually Morzu's going to run out of mana, while Anguish is going to be able to carry on sustaining indefinitely.
Yeah. Welcome to no mana. Exactly the same as Shyvana in that respect, actually. And Tabs, play for Trickster goes down. Graw actually juking back into him. Oh, I'm not going to follow up on that one, but Tabs, so much damage. He really knows Fizz really well, like the mechanics. Plays it incredibly well.
Yeah, it's so difficult to deal with. Like, I mean, I know it's a cliche, but Fizz is incredibly slippery, and when you're a very skill shot.
Meanwhile, top Morsu being traded off, but this is more of a bait than anything. Duty coming out of the bush. That was a bit of a duty, and Angus gonna back off. That was an ignite burnt. Did Malphite use hit? Oh, well, he's got teleport, doesn't he? Of course. Angus actually going into the brush, stopping that from happening. Leap goes down into the bottle strike, going up with the battle roar, and Flash goes down by Morsu.
And actually, there in mid, Tabs actually forced out Graw. I think he ignited him. Yeah, he forced Graw to flash while Fizz ignited. So Tabs coming out on top of that also stopped him from going back. And like I was saying before, Gragas against Fizz, Gragas has a serious disadvantage because he's incredibly skill shot dependent. Fizz can dodge any one skill shot, and it looks like, oh, Malunu's coming in to steal lunch money of Dodai.
Actually picks up the...
Lunch money! Yeah.
You haven't said that for so long, and you just said it and caught me completely off guard. But Chum the Waters comes down onto Skarner, lands the Q. Do they want to go for this? Yes, they do. Gragas coming in from the side of the bar, does not have ultimate yet. Taz picking that one up, but surely he will fall. Ignite goes down just to secure that. And that will be the end of the fish.
Yeah, they underestimated how fast Gragas can get back to lane if he's willing to use Body Slam multiple times. It's on a pretty short cooldown, and I think he was aware that he would probably have time to get it all back with Drunken Rage anyway. So yeah, I think he Body Slammed twice to get back into lane. Obviously got him there, you know, a second or two faster, which obviously allowed him to catch out Tabs.
Yeah, you know, the fact that Gragas is so gelatinous, and Morsu taking a lot of damage from Angus once again. That burst damage chunked off at least 30 to 40% of his HP. Crazy.
And it'll all be coming up again in, you know, 5-10 seconds. And he's in the bush right now, so...
And there we go, there is the auto-attack into the Q, that being the Ferocity, the Savagery. Ow. And that's Malphite. 71 armor.
Yeah. He's got some regen, but he can't cope with this. And Anguish, if he has his ult up, could probably dive this. He doesn't, though, at the moment.
But
so he's
Skarner coming in, Unstoppable Force, clearing the creep wave along with it. Didn't even need Duty.
Wow. Yeah, that was surprising, but I guess Anguish didn't... He was too aggressive and he didn't actually use his heal enough. Like, it's obviously very tempting to just kind of keep trying to bully your opponent around, but he has to maintain awareness of the fact he is a cooldown restricted champion, whereas Malphite has mana. And obviously, if he just used his heal a couple more times and then carried on bursting, he would have been, you know, A-OK.
Yeah, doesn't just sustain himself very well, and that, well, led to his demise, as it were. And oops, Slepper taking a huge amount. I mean, rather, Slepper dealing a large amount of damage. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. But it's kind of interesting because Fragga and Nez initiate with the Ash Arrow into Fragga, looking for the crescendo. Doesn't even need it though. There's a crescendo straight onto. Wow, Dante's evolution. I know what you mean now. And now Vision X, one more auto attack. Yeah, Flash goes down, and the auto attack will follow. Not popping that projectile like it did like 2 years ago. It's just incredibly broken.
It looks like Curse right now are really being very dominant now. They are taking control of this game. They probably have a better late game team too. And they are, wow, they're, you know, 2,000 gold? No, nearly 3,000 gold ahead at 9 minutes, sorry. And that is a lot. That is, like, at this stage, that's a good, you know, fifth of their actual gold total. And, Anguish still trading.
Oh, Tab's coming in with the Playful Trickster. Ultimate going down that from Impale onto from Dodi. Lulu also backing out of there. Got that double buff right now. And Dodi not able to do anything about it. Dodi.
I'm kind of surprised that Tabs hasn't actually been donated a blue buff yet. But I didn't see what quite happened with that. But yeah, right now though, probably the lane to watch is this bot lane, because every time their CC comes up, they have kill potential. They can really bully. I mean, you don't traditionally associate Ashe as being a bully, but with this double crowd control lane, if they chain the CC, Niki is gonna pop very quickly if he's taken even a little bit of damage. Oh,
this is a red steal though. Malunu coming in and wait, who actually got that? Malunu smited it from Anguish. Oh no, Anguish got it. What? I think it's because he was sitting on top of him. I see. But Dodai, much money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'll be having that. Bye.
Lee Sin is this kind of a real bully in lane, actually, and it looks like maybe Tabs will be getting his blue buff pretty soon. Although maybe miscommunication there. I think Malunu decided to do wolves and then blue, and then Tabs thought he was going for blue right off the bat.
Vision N. Oh no, I thought he disconnected then, but he was just because he was tanking Sonder to the face. But really not what you want to do.
And
Now an 8-bit.
Tabs really play well there. Like, it's nothing like special for Tabs, but it was very kind of indicative of the way the lane has been going. He essentially playful trickster Gra's body slam. Like, it's not something you normally think you can see coming because it's a very fast projectile, but you know, Tabs just dodging it very
Those I
handily.
was actually popped the Impale down, ultimate unstoppable force I think went down, but it looked very weird because Impale was there as well. Maluno getting out of that turret range. Dodai trading off with him though, and Maluno has to get out of there. Rebel goes down and also into the next queue, giving that double buff to Dodai, which is not exactly what you want. But meanwhile, Bottom Vision N will be picked up by Slepper and Fragger chiming in as well, and they will be pushing down this bottom turret.
Yeah, that is a lane that is snowballing out of control. They've taken the tower now, so obviously Sneaky and Vision N are probably not going to be killed as much as they have been previously. But wow, Ash must have a lot of gold 2,800 gold in store, and going to take this dragon. I don't think, unless Dodai can walk in and smite steal it, because Malunu isn't there. They can't really fight for it. They just have to steal it. And no, it's going to go down uncontested. Nothing that could be done about that, I guess. That's dominant bottom lane right now.
Yeah, it's looking pretty scary all over the board. And generally, we're talking about Ash being a lane bully before, and Ash is the type of character, when she gets ahead in lane, she stays ahead. But generally, you're trying to get into late game so she can just farm up anyway. But the fact that, once again, just play for Trickster, but it's just the fact that Ash, when she trades off with someone, if she gets ahead, she's going to trade off better than them. Okay, that much is apparent. But then they have to run away. She's got a slow in build, so they're going to take more damage as they're retreating. So that's more damage as they're getting away from the fight that they've just lost. So therefore, they're just going to have to stay away from the creeps, lest they just be caught. One auto attack by Slepper means he can chain constant auto attacks like this. Vision that normally would have been just one auto attack. That's turned into 4. Almost 5, turns into the flash. Well, Ash Arrow goes down, looking for the kill. Raw coming down, however, Volley comes down rather. Tanking the minions at the moment. Graw, nice flash out of the way of that into the explosive cask. And just another volley for the road.
And Fizz is trolling us again. He has built Medjai's again. They're very confident, Curse. I'll give them this fact. I mean, they've made a lot of kind of predictable moves or unplanned moves, and actually Hangush right now is being attacked by
Dodai. There is the 1-2 combo. Malunu coming in from the side as well. Good ultimate will knock Dodai back into the turret, not actually tagging him, but leaping to a minion though, using the brush very cleverly. Malunu now in a bad spot, but it's just like, well, I'm out, bye, and Malunu will be picked up.
But it looks like they could be actually trying to encircle them now with Tabs coming up.
But that being said, Raw coming in from the side as well. From the waters will actually miss him, and it actually looked like it went through him, Jelly. But Tabs, 2 seconds on his playful Trickster, probably going to look to go over the wall. There it is. And Morsu, what are you going to do? Oh, I think Tabs wants to go back over though. There it is! Goes back over, Slepper. He knew he was there. Fragger coming in from the side as well with the Oracle, and granting the vision with Slepper's Hawk. That was pretty slick.
Yeah, he counted down the time that it takes to recall, and that was very nicely done. Like, he couldn't see what was over that wall, but he knew he was there. So, yeah, very nice play. And Slepper obviously taking the kill and getting even more fed. He is, Infinity Edge at 15 minutes. That's gonna hurt. Wow, that's just so bad. So bad for the enemy rather than being bad. Bad play, getting an Infinity Edge at 15 minutes. Terrible.
But 11 minutes.
Yeah, and I'd just like to sort of draw a little bit of attention to Angush's build. which is rather kind of interesting, but it makes a lot of sense on the character. Like, he's getting, I think, a Spirit Visage, and possibly later on a Yomu's maybe. And he's basically focusing on cooldown reduction, because this is the only thing that really restricts Rengar's abilities. So, obviously, maximizing that early cooldown reduction will give him the ability to constantly use his heal, constantly use his slow, constantly use his harass.
Oh, Ash Arrow coming down to mid. Ooh, missing by maybe, what, 2 teamers? And from the waters will actually land. Flop goes down, the body flop, if you will. Oh, Crescendo out, but not able to follow up on this one. They want it to happen, but they can't get that done. Wait, Snapper died.
How did that happen? What happened? I'm going to look back at this. Actually, yeah, it looks like he was just 1v1ing against Sneaky. I'm guessing Leona is going to be the... Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Slepper fires the arrow to mid. Yeah, and then gets ulted on by Leona. Ezreal jumps in. Straight up, ulted, bursted very, very quickly. Ignite blown by Ezreal, but obviously definitely worth the kill on a fed Ash.
Yeah, use everything you can basically to get that kill. Dodai wants this impale onto Fragger. There it is. Morsu coming in from the side. Cheese will go down. Tabs wants to go in this along with Maluna coming in from the side. Fragger keeping himself alive. Blade goes down. It's the shield of Daybreak. Maluna coming into Dragon's Rage goes down. Tabs looking for the Urchin Strike. There it is. Looking for the playful tricks to slow Trum. The Waters goes down first. Blowing up Vision X and Morsu. Double kill goes down. Grawl warding. Warding, being helpful to the team, and body flop through the wall. Immaterial Gragas.
Made of jelly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's obviously very, very, very slippery. He's slipperier than Fizz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just leave it there. But Fizz right now is really, 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 really strong. I mean, he has what? How many Magi stacks now?
Oh, Graw meets the Maluno and blown up once again. Those AP burst casters are just pretty crazy.
Yeah, 7 Magi stacks at the moment, so it's almost breaking even with just buying straight blasting ones, which is always the comparison you have to draw, because that's what everyone else does. Even though really they should be comparing it to something like, Haunting Guys for damage, and it's not going to hit an even point with that for like 50 to hit maybe 15 stacks. But, Magi's it's sort of a good way of getting people to focus you. I think you mentioned this earlier. Like, if you have a Magi's, it's a red rag to a bull. They are really going to want to focus you down, and they know Tabs is there.
Oh, wow! Playful Strixer going out, juking the Solar Flare. And Tabs may not pick up a kill up here, but even so, classy. Actually picks up 1 kill. From the Woods goes down to Vision X. There's the double. 2-for-1 trade by himself.
Wow.
Wow. That
you could see the
trickster.
tension there. They knew Fizz was in that bush from the ward, and Tabs knew, they knew, and he was just sort of sitting there waiting. so tense there. I'm not actually sure though if that's worth it for him to get that double kill. Probably is, but Leona actually isn't worth a lot of gold at the moment. And stacks he broke even, essentially. Gained 4, lost 4. So, yeah, I have no idea what that means. And yeah, looks like another dragon probably for Curse. They are really edging out in front here. 6,000 gold.
Oh, dude, has been caught by Veluno, Dance Extra Revolution, and Slepper. Kill, classy. Well,
yeah.
Grawl being picked up by Anguish as well. Xenoblade goes down into Shield of Daybreak. Flashes over the wall and leaps. Yep, flashing into brush to get the leap. What can you do?
Yeah, that's actually very clever use of mechanics, but Lowland Lions right now are in a seriously bad spot because every character is snowballing, essentially. Except maybe Lee. Lee is not particularly snowballing. He is just kind of where he's supposed to be. But
Sneaky,
he's done his job.
Dead. Urchin Strike. Knee. Yeet Fizz.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out of that Urchin Strike. I mean, I'm just going to check it actually, I think. So, applying... okay, so it's probably in the region of 400 damage plus the dot effect. Oh dear, Anguish.
But that being said, Vision X has actually been caught by Tabs. Anguish just tanking for days. Solar Flare once again duped by the Urchin Strike. has been impaled, but from the waters comes down. Brawl coming in from the side as well, doing a barrel roll. Angus still there, tanking. He will eventually die. No, Heel goes down, tapping up with an urgent strike. Oh, barrel roll, 28 HP. And there's the battle roar. Actually, Slepper has been hit by an explosive cask and be blown up by Graw and Sneaky in turn. Angus will die. There's the double kill. Fragger flashing over the wall, completely out of mana at this point, cannot speed himself up, but he should be good to go, trying to save the Oracle. But meanwhile, at top.
Oh yeah, Malunu pushing down towers. Hard. It's difficult to deal with something like this. They need, essentially, to commit a lot of players to stopping Malunu. Oh, hello. Looks like, yeah, I think maybe Malunu may have DC'd. Disqualified!
This is going to be a very awkward situation when he gets out into the actual game.
Yeah, the problem for him is, as well, they can't really leave him, though. Like, the tower will kill him, but, like, could get Nice Guy Skarner, ult him, pull him out of the way.
Yeah.
Flash over the wall. That'd be the ultimate Nice Guy move. But honestly, Lee is going to carry on pushing down the tower.
Yeah, exactly. He's already done damage. You can't, like, he's already been caught shoplifting. You can't just. Oh,
nope.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Guard into Dragon's Rage.
That
Nice.
was very, very smooth. 1v1 me noob. says Malphite.
I kind of wish I was casting Go for LoL again, because I used to cast like 700 elo teams who would literally be like, "Looker, 1v1 me after this game, 1v1 me in custom." I love those days.
Boy.
Best
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we're seeing enough of 700 elo games, frankly, lately. With the fail casts.
thing. Yeah.
God. There's
Ooh.
you can't steal that red buff from your own team? Was that what he was going for?
We're donating buffs. Donation.
Interesting. Yeah, but he misjudged the damage, so, you know, in the end, Skarner smited it.
Fish, fish, fish!
Interesting. Fish, fish, fish.
Yeah. Yep. LLL right now. I'm having a bit of a problem, honestly. Like, Curse right now are really, really picking them off constantly, and it looks like... Where is Anguish going?
On the voyage of adventure. Oh, Chum the Waters onto Doodai. Now is not the time to be shopping. Instantly chunked down. Morsu. Wow. You wouldn't even think he's a rock.
Yeah, he's really melting very quickly. And I think that might be being exacerbated by the fact he has 254 armor.
Trying to taunt. Tabs though, play for Trickster goes down into Unstoppable, falls into the True Shot Barrage. First attack goes out to bring himself away from the turret into the... Wow! Duking the... Oh wait, no, that's his own team.
That's his own team.
Duking his own team's Ash Arrow.
Impressive.
That's the double kill for Fragger.
Yeah, I've got...
Oh. Yeah. Oh, pause. Yes, you will do that, don't you?
What?
Okay, are we live? Are we live? Yeah, okay. We should be at live time. Anyway, so they are moving on to Baron, that being Curse.
Yep. And, right, so, yeah. Malphite's build is interesting in that he has 260 armor and 64 magic resist. I've got to be honest, I have no idea why he is not building any magic resist at all. Because Tabs right now is shredding people. Like, he has 17 Magi stacks, so it's now pretty much the most efficient item in the game for AP. And he's going to be building a Rabadon's, I think, pretty shortly. Maybe not, maybe not. Oh,
Zhonya's.
Nope, Zhonya's. Oh, right. To be even more annoying. Because this is one of the things, actually, about Fizz with the Zhonya's. He can actually Playful Trickster, then Zhonya's, and then Playful Trickster again. That's the really annoying thing about it. Like, it actually gives him even more than just one untargetable extra time. It's 2.
6 seconds of invulnerability.
What up?
Have fun.
Yeah.
But Graw, Flash goes after, Explosive Cast goes down on himself. Sneaky also coming back. True Shot Barrage. Luno still chasing after, auto attacks coming down, Doodai coming in, Safeguard back to Anguish, Unstoppable Force goes down, Taz picking up to kill onto Vision, and Barrel goes down, that being the barrel roll, Sneaky coming in, Anguish coming back into this fight, knows he's going to die, and goes
Does
out
not
for a trade
care.
instead. It will eventually die.
Meanwhile, Slepper is pushing down bot.
Abs,
And
one man against, well, one fish against the world. Wow.
Fish,
So
fish,
using
fish.
you to, get where I want is fine.
Hey, 20 Magi Stacks, how are you doing? Yeah, that's a lot of AP, and now it's also, what, 20% cooldown reduction?
Meanwhile, at the bottom, Fragger has been picked up. That's Extra Revolution. And Slepper just wailing on them. There's not too much he can do right here. Doodai will eventually catch him, and the Qs will continue on. Actually, kiting pretty well. Wow, that's slow.
Yeah.
And now he's turning around.
Well, that's one of the real strengths of Ashe, actually. More than just her ult, which is very, very strong, and her scouting ability, which is very, very strong. She also has that ability to just kite forever. I mean, what is it now at rank 5?
35%, isn't it?
slow
Yeah.
every time you hit, so it's continual, basically. That's nasty if you're a bruiser and trying to catch up to someone. Especially, it's anathema to Tuscana, particularly, because he just doesn't have the gap closer. Unless he flashes, basically, he can't catch Ashe.
Yeah, report Slepper, TY.
If you surrender, we do it deal. Yeah, at the moment, I'm afraid Lowdown Lions are kind of aware they're in a very, very bad spot. I think they're just clinging on for the sake of it, honestly. Malphite, nearly 300 armor. What? I don't...
Angush coming out. There's the Ash Arrow looking for the Destination Grog getting ripped apart. He will die. Explosive Cast goes down just before he dies because it will be up when he gets back. And wow! Tabs just chunked down the vision. 100% to 0 in about 2 seconds. Once again, moving on to Sneaky, misses Chum the Waters. Huge portion of damage, but doesn't even care. There's the double. He's literally slicing through their health bars. It's like... And now he's recalling in front of them.
Monster. He's waiting. He's waiting for one of them to try and CC him so he can play for trickster it. Oh wow, Malphite uses his ult as an escape.
Do die. I
feel this game may
is one
be
of the
over,
most
ladies and gentlemen.
things.
Yes, you were roboting slightly there. But yeah, this game, I don't feel it really has a lot of plays, should we say, left in it. I mean, right now they're just kind of trolling around, just running around in the base, not really caring. Anyone that comes out they can pick off, essentially. And yeah, they're just going to take every inhib, I think. With Tabs chewing up anyone and everyone. Wow, just insta-giving Ezreal and Playful Trickster out. Doesn't care, doesn't even have to bother with Zhonya's. Zhonya's on the spawn pad.
Wow. And
yeah, there you see, that's how fast you can use Playful Trickster after Zhonya's. The spawn laser didn't have time to start aggroing on him. And that thing is instant. Like, Malunu didn't even flash out fast enough, but Playful Trickster? Yep. That'll get you out. There is no escape, Liam. Yeah. What are they doing?
they're not finishing. It's cruel. It is cruel. Fizz even went back, I think, probably to get items. And Slepper... Well, kiting like a king. There's the sub-war force. Secured.
Probably going to pick up a Rabadons, I guess. Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. Rabadons on Fizz. He must have...
Nearly
780
800.
AP. Ow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Hasn't even got a full item build yet. Like, he could easily get 1,000.
Well, let's think, what item could he get?
Another Rabadon.
That's true. That would probably... No, that wouldn't tip him over, would it? If you could, if he
140.
sold his Doran's, got an extra 140 plus the 30% from the Rabadons, that would probably bring him up to like 900 and something. If he then sold his boots and bought another needlessly large...
Wow!
Good.
Oh! This is disgusting.
What is his damage? Like...
You're boring.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fed Fizz.
Yeah.
Welcome to Flavour of the Month.
It's, I mean, obviously Fizz will never be Flavour of the Month because he actually requires a lot of skill to play.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it would be a good Flavour of the Month, a lot like Alice the Jungle when that was Flavour of the Month. But... Oh,
Hi,
sorry.
Sharo.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, again, Curse they keep taking these really early leads and just snowballing the heck out of the lanes, constantly in an advantageous situation, fighting against enemies who are weaker than them, and really they're just not
Yeah.
not losing.
I'm just waiting for like every lane to just go like Leviathan and Bravery build. I'm
Oh
just
wow.
waiting for it to happen. That would be the best of the things. But anyway, guys, going to jump to a quick break, and when we get back, we will be in the semi-finals, I think. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're going to take that quick break. We'll be back soon. Go grab some popcorn, go to the toilet, relieve yourselves, and we'll be back soon.